Here's the one that broke off. Or, yeah, the handle broke off. This is like from 1993. You can see that the side things are different than the current, and I currently have this taken apart and cleaned it, but the reason this one, I took this one off is because it didn't turn easily. So I think it's because, I guess because of these washers. So like this turns inside of this, something is not right. So now this piece, I have another shower downstairs, so this one's a little different. So this is just the first video here to show what this is like from 1993. So I'll just leave it there for the moment. This one is also from 93 from my lower level shower. It's the same thing, but this part's a little different, like it doesn't have holes, as many holes on it. So I'm going to do the upper level one first, and then I'll try this one. This one, I don't know, the handle didn't break off of this one, but I replaced it anyway, so it's got the new type in there. I'll show that next. This is the current one that you get. This one broke off and they sent me a new one. These side things are a little different. I can't seem to get this thing removed. As you can see, like, there's no washer in the back here. I noticed that when I put it in, I thought this was like why it doesn't work, but I don't think so, because this goes in here, and so this is the only thing that turns. So it wouldn't be. It's got to be like these 3 washers. These are these Viton washers I got. Supposedly these should be good in water. So you've got 117. It comes in a 5-pack. So I had to get two valves. So I had to get like 2 5-packs of 112s. And the 107. It's a very small one for the end of the stem. So the kind of lube you use can damage the washers and make them go bad. So anyway, so like these 2 I've had. So these are like, it's Rector-Seal meets MIL-G 10924C. So that's, I looked at the MSDS. It's got petroleum something in it, petroleum sulfonate or anything. No, this one has petroleum sulfonate in it. I think this one has some petroleum in it. So these are probably not good for like the kind of rubber washer that the 1222 comes with. And so like when you get a new one, they give you these silicone. Look, I'm pretty sure this is silicone lube, and then this is what I used for the last time I did this. 90% silicone. So I've got a little more left in here, just in case that's not enough. I got a new one here. So just in case that the valve I replaced the O-rings on doesn't work, I've got this one just in case, so that I can turn the water back on to the house. So now we're back to the first one here. What I'm going to do next is, I already cleaned these up and soaked them in CLR and what, simple green I used on them and water, rinsed them pretty clean. But now, okay, so then I got the idea to try the different O-rings on it. So my next step here is I'm going to cut these O-rings off and then re-clean these, and then I'll put the new O-rings on that are made out of this Viton. I think these are EPDM Q-Monics, I think, from memory. So I'll be putting Viton on. Viton O-rings next. Before I remove the O-rings, here's just a question comes to mind. Like, if I I wonder if I mean, this is 90% silicone. That's probably silicone. So, like, is silicone silicone? Like, could I mix? I've got to use some of this and then some of this. So I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, I don't think there's any problem with it. I don't know, but that's something to wonder about. Okay, these O-rings came off pretty easily. Had to cut the 3, and then the small one. This one that was on the end. This one I could just remove. This one I had to cut. So it's in here. Let's see, how does this turn? Oh, this will stay up, maybe. Okay, so this turns easily. So it's something to do with the washer. You put the washer in there. Okay, something's gonna make it not want to turn. Something. So I'll just clean this. I just mostly see, I know some rusty stuff there. It's probably like some kind of mildew or algae or something. I don't know. And the rest of this was pretty clean all around there, and then the tip had a little of that rusty stuff. I don't know if that's rust or like some kind of like, I don't know if it's like a mildew or something that gets in. So, okay, so I'm going to clean this a little bit. These Viton, see these 3? 1, 2, 3. These are the Viton ones. Now these are what was in there. So I think this was EPDM. This stuff is like kind of got a flatter, it's like a flatter like appearance to it. These are shinier. So seems like shinier would be smoother, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, do these like swell? Is that the deal? Whereas this will not. So I only really saw crud, like red stuff, on this end of it. I guess like, you know, at the bottom of this. And mostly there. Where was it? I got most of it. Then I used like this, I scraped it off gently with the X-Acto, and I took like a paper towel and this envelope opener and just wiped it there. I guess like, yeah, there. Wherever I saw this red junk. So I'll put the next thing to see is if I put the O-rings on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I put it back in here. So this is where the people get stuck, is like it's like on the repair kit they say like it gets stuck in these holes, I think. So I'll lube it. Maybe that'll be the way to do it. So I'm gonna let this dry, then I'll do it. Oh, I forgot to say, if I use some of that simple green on it before I rinsed it, and then like in some dishwashing liquid too. Okay, here it is before. I'm gonna do this. So this is the one that sticks. It broke the handle off. This time though, here's the hole. so I can get that tub spout caught from behind. And then the pin, I can get to that from behind. Here's what it looks like. So I don't want to drop the pin down there. Okay, so I took the, what do you call it? I got these pliers, wiped my hands off, and I pulled this and twisted it. But then look here. So I ruined one. So, see that? So, let me try to get this out. So it's this middle one that got caught. So I got another one, fortunately. Okay, all right. Here's the question: are these washers? This turns easily now if I hold a washer. So like, is this thing like? Are these like designed to stay stationary when inside the spool, or do they rotate too? So I'm going to try and put it back in the spool, and I'll be more careful with the center one. So, okay, so I think, the trick is to like be turning this while you're pulling it. But look at this one. There's like some extra there, so okay, so like I think what's going on is like the metal thing is turning, but it's not like moving the washer. So I think you have to push down on that washer when it's in the hole and then pull it. So, oh, look at this side. This one too. Okay. And then here. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this here. So it looks like the way this is designed is like here's the farthest one up, and here's the middle one, then here's the bottom one. So it looks like they want you to get this one in first, and then that'll get the middle one to like the point that this one is at. And maybe this one at the bottom just takes care of itself. So let me have to figure out how to like push this in a little bit to get it to go. Okay, so what I did is I put a lot more of this, put some of this silicone on it I backed it out a little bit, put some silicone on it, those coated, and then pulled it a little bit, and then I pressed down on the material a little bit with this, there and there, just a little bit to squash it down, I guess, so that it expands down to the left and right. And I pulled it using these, and so now it's in there. I don't know. So now I was like pushing it a little bit. Maybe that'll seat it better. I don't know. So I don't know. It turns. It's kind of hard to turn. But I mean it turns. So I guess you won't know until I get it in there and try it with the handle. Let me get the handle. Okay, so here's the handle. So now Let's see, how does it work? Okay, it turns. I mean, it's not like smooth, super smooth. It seems like this crystal handle can handle it. You know, I mean, are those washers in there? Are they like stationary? And so the stem is like turning against them. Okay. Okay, so these are the other things we got here. So these two end here ones went on easy. So this thing looks like it just goes in either way. And this goes on. Then I gotta put lube on these. They go on the sides. And then it goes. Maybe like this thing when it turns. I mean, it's hard to say what it's going to do when I get it on there. I mean, I was turning it like this to like maybe get the O-rings like seated better. That probably helps. Okay, so the next step is to put the thing in.